Hey everybody, Shane here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in NBA 2K24 going for the Turning Point achievement. This is to outscore an opponent by 10 points in a quarter. Before you get started, make sure you go into features, go into settings, and make sure you turn the quarter length down so we don't have to play a super long game for this. I'm going to recommend you turn them down to a minute or two. Turn off both fatigue and injuries. Then it's going to be over to the sliders. We're going to want to crank the user sliders all the way up to 100 and then the CPU sliders all the way down to 0. So user sliders all the way over to the right, CPU sliders all the way over to the left. You're going to switch between them using the triggers. And then once you have those to your liking, we're also going to head on over to the coach settings, and then we're going to turn everything that's on auto over to manual so the game doesn't have to stop when we don't need it to. Of course, if you feel like you need more time, you could always crank up the quarter length, but nonetheless, you're going to head back to the main menu, and then we're going to head over into Play Now. This has to be done in a quick play game. I am going to recommend that you plug in a second controller if you need more help with this, because we could basically play against ourselves as our opponent. Make sure you pick your teams, and then make sure you pick your sides. Get into the game, get the ball on the side going for the achievement, and start putting up points. Your goal is to try to put up 10 points. If you crank the quarter length down super low, you're going to have to be pretty efficient about this, so make sure you try to go for 3-pointers the best you can, but 10 points isn't going to be too bad. It's going to be a minimum of 4 baskets if you do 2 or 3 3-pointers. Once possession of the ball goes over to the second controller, the controller helping out, you're going to want to turn it over. I am going to recommend that you run it out of bounds or get a backcourt violation so the clock can stop. Get the ball back on the side going for the achievement and keep putting up those points, and make sure you keep going until you get to 10. You should be able to just do this if you're playing on 1-minute quarters. You definitely should be able to do this with 2-minute quarters if you want to use that. But nonetheless, 10 points should come in no time. Obviously, make sure the side helping out isn't going to score, because you need to make sure you are in the lead by 10 points. So once you hit your 10 points, just make sure you run the clock out and make sure you don't attempt any baskets on the side that's going to be helping out. And you should be good for the achievement if you can squeeze those 10 points in whatever your quarter is going to be. So here we are, there's our 10 points, and we're just going to dribble out the clock once the time elapses, and we're up 10 or more. We should be good for our achievement. There it is, 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.